Hello everyone and welcome to my course Azure Administrator Associate AZ-103-104. If you are looking to get the Azure Administrator Associate certification, or if you're just looking to learn how to administer Azure like a professional, you have reached the right place. This is a introductory video in which we are going to discuss the course outline, the course prerequisites, and kind of everything you need to know about what to expect from this course. But first of all, let me introduce myself. I will be your instructor for this course. My name is Cristian Călinescu. I have more than 7 years experience in IT. I'm working and have been working as a senior infrastructure engineer for several years, helping customers with on-premises infrastructures and to implement solutions, Azure solutions, cloud solutions, and migrate from on-premises to Azure. I am certified by Microsoft on several server and desktop technologies at the highest level. I hold the Microsoft Certified Expert certification on cloud platform and infrastructure. I'm a Microsoft Certified Cybersecurity Professional. I'm a Certified Ethical Hacker, and the most relevant for this course, I'm a Certified Azure Solutions Architect Expert. That being said, let's quickly see an overview of the course. First of all, I want to let you know that Microsoft has recently made some changes to the course outline, because they have introduced the new AZ-104 exam, and the AZ-103 exam will be shortly deprecated. So if you're looking to get the certification, you will need to take the AZ-104 exam. I have recently updated the course to cover and include all of these changes for the AZ-104 exam, and in particular, they have introduced an entire new section, and I have updated the course as well with an entire new section on serverless computing, in which we will cover stuff like Azure Container Instances, Azure App Service Plans, Azure App Services, and so on. But I will let you know once we get to the course outline. So let's see what we are going to cover in this course. The course covers everything for the AZ-104 certification, and it strictly follows the Microsoft outline for this particular exam. So in this section in which we are right now, this is the introductory section where you'll have an overview of the course. In the next video, we'll discuss about the exam, and in the last video of this introductory section, I will show you how to create a free Azure subscription and how to complete a lab. Now, the actual section 1 of the course is Azure Administration, and we'll start from there. In this section, we'll cover Azure Portal and Cloud Shell, Azure PowerShell and CLI, Azure Resource Manager, and ARM templates. Going on, we'll go to the next section where we'll discuss about Azure virtual machines. We'll talk about stuff like virtual machine planning, creating virtual machines, virtual machine availability, and so on. The next section will cover Azure storage. We'll have discussions on storage accounts, blob storage, Azure files, storage security, and then we'll dive into virtual networking, where we'll discuss about virtual networks, IP addressing, and endpoints, Azure DNS, and Azure network security groups. Going on, we'll discuss about intersite connectivity, about VNet Peering, VNet-to-VNet connections, Azure ExpressRoute. Then we'll get into Azure monitoring, where we'll cover all there is to know here, like Azure Monitor, Azure Alerts, Log Analytics, Network Watcher. Then going on to data protection, we'll talk about Azure Backup, virtual machine backups, and much more. Then we'll discuss about network traffic management, about network routing, the Azure Load Balancer, Azure Traffic Manager. Then we'll get into a kind of a big topic, which is Azure Active Directory, which we'll discuss, of course, about Azure Active Directory, Azure AD Connect, and the Azure AD Join for devices. Then we'll discuss about securing identities in Azure, and here we'll cover stuff like multi-factor authentication, Azure AD Protection, and Self-Service Password Reset. Then we'll go to the governance and compliance side of things, where we'll discuss about subscriptions and accounts, role-based access control, users and groups, and Azure policy. Then about the data services, Content Delivery Network, File Sync, and the import-export service and the data box service. And in section 13, the last section of the course, we'll discuss about serverless computing, what I was mentioning earlier, about Azure App Service Plans, Azure App Services, Container Services, and the Azure Kubernetes Services. Now, I've told you that Microsoft made some changes, and besides the new content in regards to serverless computing, what they did is they grouped two sections into one for two sections of the course. So for the Azure Active Directory and the securing identities sections, they grouped these two sections into one section called identity. And for the data protection section and data services section, they also grouped these two sections into one single section called data protection. Now, again, the course covers everything there is to know about administering Azure and about the Azure AZ-104 certification. That being said, let's see what would be the prerequisites for the course. Who should take this course? So, from the beginning, as I've wrote here in the slide, a successful Azure administrator basically would start this role with experience on operating systems, virtualization, cloud infrastructure, storage structures, and networking. Now, the prerequisites would be the following. And when I say here understanding, I mean basic understanding of these technologies. So a basic understanding of on-premises virtualization technologies like virtual machines, virtual networking, virtual hard disk, and of course PowerShell. A basic understanding of network configuration like TCP/IP protocol, domain name system, virtual private networks, firewalls, and encryption technologies. A basic understanding of on-premises Active Directory concepts like domains, forests, domain controllers, replication, Kerberos, LDAP, and so on. And a basic understanding of resilience and disaster recovery scenarios, including backup and restore operations. That being said, let me quickly tell you how is the course structured. So the course is structured into sections. And besides the introductory section, the sections are numbered starting from the Azure Administrator section, which is basically, that is section 1. And in each section you will have lectures. So for the lectures you'll have a video content, and as well I will do demonstrations, hands-on demonstrations in the Azure portal, which I strongly recommend that you do as well and follow along with these demonstrations. At the end of each section, you will have review questions available. These are to basically test your knowledge on the topics covered throughout the section. And also very, very important, you will have labs available. These are basically step-by-step instructions to complete the labs in the Azure portal or using the Azure Cloud Shell. And I strongly recommend that you do these labs. These are designed for you to do them at your own pace when you're not watching the video, and most importantly to do them on your own, because I feel that without hands-on practice you can't basically solidify your knowledge on particular topics. Now, one other thing, when the course was initially recorded, I've put in the course the labs for the AZ-103 exam. Now, I've recently updated the course to include all the labs for the AZ-104 exam. So basically you'll have both versions of the labs available. And again, I strongly recommend that you do both versions of the labs, the AZ-104 labs and the new the AZ-103 labs and the new AZ-104 labs. You'll see what exactly this implies and how you would complete a lab in the last video from this introductory section, where I'll show you how to complete a lab step by step. So that being said, guys, I hope the course will be very useful to you. I hope you'll enjoy it, have lots of fun, and learn lots and lots of new things. So that being said, let's dive into the course. So let's begin.